shots, four par, I just do two. One putt, par four, birdie, woo-hoo. New driver, info, replace, M2, par five, fairway, what you fin do? Think I'll try to get on into. Start right, good line, good view, it drew. Shooter McGavin, two thumbs that's up high and two fingers pointed at you. Pew pew, fairway to green, conk off that I'm playing. Sometimes these par 3 green look like an island. I plunge in and keep it on dry land. At least I'm a try man, up with the 5 and might use the trap man. I got a check man, line tango ball speed, rate of that batsman, and where that ball land. Watch that's on my hand, is yours not the time, man. Yeah, that's my garment. I feel like Ron, man. Not talking noodles, I'm talking about John, man. And Gary.
All right, baby. And we're back, baby. And we're back. Nothing is OB South Texas Golf Podcast, episode 188. Now, tonight, I have a banger of a show for you tonight. A banger of a show. I got my dog, Leo Camarillo, who's going to be on the show, and we're going to talk all things San Antonio and greater SA golf. And we're going to welcome some of our new bros, man. We're going to welcome some of our new bros. Congrats and welcome to the FOREBROS Tour family, the Rio Grande Valley chapter, baby. Leo, how we doing tonight, my brother?
What's up, my brothers? How y'all doing? RGV 956, cuh.
956 in the house. Bro, are you stoked? You got to say you're stoked, bro, about adding some more brothers to the FOREBROS Tour family.
Bro, I'm excited, bro. I mean, this was the plan. Before I was even here, that's always been the plan, right? Y'all always wanted to, like, spread it out, have different chapters, and try and grow the game, right? That's what we're doing, and make your name known in the area.
And I think we're doing it, and it's always because you can't really access FOREBROS Tour information. It's got to be what's the best type of business? You're a business owner, is word of mouth, right? It's all referral, word of mouth. But before we go ahead and continue, let's go ahead and pay some bills right here. Hey, we are coming live from the Texas Chancla Studios. Big ups to our guy, Jesse Hernandez. You can hit him up at jessehernandezlaw.com. Yes, he is that lawyer, the TikTok lawyer, the SA Current Lawyer, back-to-back Lawyer of the Year. If you need any help with DWI, criminal cases, he's your man. Hit him up at 210-807-8656. We're thankful to come live from the Texas Chancla Studios. And also, we want to thank Lee Ramos, owner-operator of Maximum Demolition and Dismantling. They are a presenting sponsor. He loves the dirty work. This guy will make anything happen. He will take it apart, put it back together. This dude loves the dirty work. No job too big, no job too small. Make sure you hit them up at MaximumDemo.com. We're thankful for the sponsorship. And also, last, let's go ahead. We got to say it right here, man, just in case you kids are watching Parental Advisory. Make sure you understand the takes that myself or my guest co-host tonight or any of our guests take, that it's not that of our viewers, our sponsors. So make sure you listen at your own discretion. All right, bro. FOREBROS Tour is welcoming this new family, RGV. We're, like you said, we're growing the game. How is it right now to be a golfer in San Antonio, Texas, baby?
Bro, it's real. I mean, it's as real as it gets. We've been here before, Andy. We've had these conversations, but every time that we talk, I feel like a lot's changed, right? Like, you're constantly improving your game. You're constantly meeting new people. I was lucky enough to get invited out to the Dominion by Steve Sepko. He's one of our brothers. I think the people that don't know him, you'll know him because he has that big Texas tattoo on his calf. My nephew Isaac did the tat for him, and it's actually a FOREBROS tattoo. It came out fucking sick. Anyways, Steve, I'm
next, bro. I'm next. I'm next.
And then Johnny Boy too. But he took us out to the Dominion. I got to play with Casey Lim finally. He's one of San Antonio's better golfers. Yesterday, A-Rod joined us, and he fucking wiped the floor with everybody. He played outstanding golf.
A-God.
You've had him on the show, too. He's a good dude. Like to say thank you to RG for being our sponsor for our polos for the Summer Cup this weekend. I know
Rush Country Fluids. Yeah, I want to thank
Country Fluids, bro. RG did a real solid one for us. He got us some badass Travis Matthew gear. Also, shouts out to our brother John Tejeda, bro. He came in clutch with the FOREBROS, the brand new logo cap. It's got the golf ball dressed as a child.
Summer Cup logo. The Summer Cup logo.
Bro. Two big shout outs to those guys, man. They're really awesome. But back on the topic, a lot of things are possible in golf. You're one conversation away from changing your life or developing a brotherhood for life. Like, I think San Antonio golf is right there in that moment, because I go play other places, and it's weird. The camaraderie is kind of not the same as it is in San Antonio. You can meet a complete stranger and just hit it off and start bullshitting about other things. Of course, we try and recruit. We not really recruit. We invite people to come play with us because we have such an awesome group, and you end up meeting awesome people, bro. Like John Tejeda, like RG. These guys came in and they loved it so much, and they believe in what we believe in, and they're here for support, bro.
And it's a beautiful thing, and I think you, Leo, and that's why I think everybody loves you being on the show, is because you keep it real, you speak from the heart, and I think that's we have found a home. I mean, we're not native San Antonians, but now we make it our home, right? We're from the 361 South Texas, true South Texas area, because I think Houston, Austin, I think we're kind of like that's the start of potentially, right? Potentially the north of South Texas, right?
Yeah,
and you know, and then going all the way to RGV, which is the tip, right? The bottom of South Texas,
the bottom of the map, baby.
The bottom of the map, and I think if you're a true golfer, I think it's kind of like we're like surfers, right? We're searching for something out there. Like when you love the game, you get lost in the game, and you're looking for something. And I think we've truly found a home, and I'm happy for the RGV guys to experience that. And you know, to extend that and to grow that game. All right, man. Some great things have happened, and some interesting things have happened. One of the courses that we like to frequent at, we recently were about to play in a team event, Summer Cup versus the Eeks, an Eeks golf group, another golf group, the Eeks, and we got done recently playing a 2-man. Out at one of the best golf vibes here in town, Golf Club of Texas, and it didn't go too well for you and your partner and me and my partner. If you could kind of speak on that and how important or what is the makeup of team golf,
brother. Team golf is fucking serious. You know what's crazy is where everybody's posting that meme on our group chat about that guy that killed his golf partner.
Killed his partner over handicaps. Bro, his last name's Thoughtis, bro.
He's gotta be related to you, bro. But I thought that was so funny, dude, because you saw all the little comments, like even Paul Sharp was chiming in because Paul Sharp was in my group, him and Zach Acuff, and Zach Acuff's a fucking plus handicapper. The dude can drive the ball 360. Paul Sharp has been taking lessons. His game's improved, and you know his handicap number is real high. So they teamed up. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna take Brucey. I've played with Brucey before, and he has so much potential. And I feel like his game would be so good if he didn't get into his own mind. And I think when we were playing, I had a lot to say about his game. I was trying to pump him up. Hey, Brucey, you're good. Don't talk yourself down. You're better than that. I played with you. I was reminding him about the games that we played at
back home.
Gateway.
Yeah.
We played at home at Gateway. I played with Brucey 100 times before we even moved to San Antonio. So I've known him for a long time. I know what he can do. And he just brings himself down. You know, the game of golf is definitely between the years. It all starts in your head, bro. And he was already starting like, man, I just hope I can help you. I'm fucking sucking. I said, bro, we haven't even teed off on the first one. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to hear that.
And I think that's the thing, right? We always talk about partnerships. We're gonna do it all over again this weekend at two great. I think for the military at Gateway, you have an iconic military course. And then you have an amazing Muni, you know, a tight Muni, a well-known Muni, and well-kept, well-groomed Muni in Landa out there in New Braunfels. But back to the 2-man that we played. How is it playing a Golf Club of Texas, and what are your thoughts on the stuff that Bo and Zeke are doing out there?
I love Golf Club of Texas. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Me personally, I think Bo and Zeke and all those guys, the maintenance guys, they're putting in work. The course is better. They fixed the cart paths. That's a plus. They fixed a lot around the greens. They even cleaned up like around where they're building the new houses on the left side. It used to be real bushy and high grass. They cleaned that out. The course is great. The fairways are in fucking great shape. The greens are Zoysia. I mean, that's like
it's always quirky, right, bro? That's probably the most shit you hear spoke about it, right? Is the greens are quirky. But again, Leo, how many years you've played there? How is it? When has it ever changed? Right?
The greens have always been the same, bro.
Yeah.
That course is a constant evolution. Me and Mike, like I said last time, we came over here in 2016 or 17. And we went there and we were freaked out, Andy. We came from Alice Muni. which only has Alice has 2 courses, and they're okay. And we'd go play the Corpus courses where you're from, and those are a little bit better. And we went to fucking over there to GCT, and bro, the conditions when Kenny was out there, fucking immaculate, bro.
And they're getting back there, and it's great. It's great. They're getting back.
That's what I was about to say. It went through its little ups and downs, but I can see what Bo and his group are doing. They're trying to get it back to that shape, and I see it already. It's been tough for all the golf courses. We're on that San Antonio Golfers, and there's people always chiming in and bullshit talking. There's always a lot of people with opinion. Mike Osman is one of those guys, and it's so
free Brucey. And Robert Vasquez, one of our guys. Hey, Leo, my brother.
Robert Vasquez.
Hey, Robert Vasquez. He goes with the waves, baby. He goes with the waves.
I'll tell you right now, GCT is doing a great job. Robert Vasquez is doing a fucking fantastic job. We started playing at Gateway when he went over there, and from where it's at to where it's at right now, where it started to now, hands down, one of my favorite courses in San Antonio. Big shout out to Bo and Robert. They're both doing a fucking great job. They're trying to do something for the golf courses. I can't say that about all the other courses in town because you don't know what the fuck's going on with them.
Amen. And Leo, you play at least 3 or 4 times a week.
Absolutely.
And so you know what? You play at River Crossing. Four Bros Tour has an event coming up at River Crossing. And I think that's one of the things we always talk about, and we always go back to it. You have to be part of group or association if you want to get the deals, the tee times. We see it on SA Golfers right now, right?
Right.
Hey, anybody got a spot for a single? Hey, how come I can't get an early morning tee time? Or hey, how come I can't get this or can't get that? And you got to belong to a group or association. You have to. And I think pound for pound, FOREBROS Tour, nobody has a schedule like ours. Ours is very diverse. We touch up. We hit the city. We've hit the city courses. Alamo City Golf Trail.
That's right.
We played Cedar. This past, and Cedar's in great shape.
In fucking great shape. I don't know about Olmos or Black or Riverside.
I don't think we want to know about those courses right now.
Andy, I need to talk to you about a few things. I got some fucking cheese, man. Sorry, I'm fixing my light right here. So,
I was like, all right, bro. Hey,
bro.
Tell me.
I'm trying to know if it's true, right?
Okay.
I heard, I don't know if it's true. Anybody feel free to chime in. That Riverside had a disgruntled employee that was working there, and before he left, he fucked up the greens. That was told to me by somebody that's in the golf world. I don't want to say no names. Snitches get stitches, but he told me that's what he heard. I don't know if it's true or not.
Okay, so the thing is, it is true that there was they said it. There was a mismanagement or misappropriation of it was like weed killer, right? And that is true. And they admit to there was a misappropriation of it. Now, on that side, I cannot confirm or deny. I can only speak on what I've directly been told, right? I have directly been told. But you know what? We have ears, right? And we have eyes, everywhere. And we have everywhere, right? Everywhere. And that is a rumor that is going around. We don't want to give it too much attention, but you know what? I posted the video saying how because Alamo City Golf Trail, and I don't want to spend too much time on it because we've already talked about 210 conditions already. They said that they're asking for our loyalty and patience. Well, it's like, how, and you're a small business owner. You have your hands on a lot of stuff. You're a successful business owner. How does a company repay that loyalty?
First of all, there's no such thing as friends in business. You have associates. So if you want to have the right associates, you have to offer a good product. And if you're going to offer a product that's not good, you have to discount it. I mean, that's fucking brass tacks. You have to give real cheap rates while you're going through these changes. If you want people, you're going to have people that fuck that. I've been playing there for 30 years. My grandpa used to take me. You have other people.
That's true. That's me. That's me with fine. My dad.
That's fine. But us, we're kind of spoiled. Like you said, we're part of FOREBROS. Maya does a fucking great job, dude, of picking the courses, talking to the managers, trying to get good rates. We have people like Robert that are always there to fucking support us, back us up. Always does a great job. Guys like Bola Hugh. We have Zach.
That wheel and deal. These guys wheel and deal. Jadon. These guys. These guys. Anthony Cantu. I mean,
Everybody that we fuck with
why do we have so many names, right? Why do we have so many names like we do, right? I think it's because we do what we say we can do. We take care of the courses. We buy up all the Michelob Ultra. What does a course have to do when they know FOREBROS Tour is coming? What do they have to do?
FOREBROS knows that they have to fucking stack up on beer.
The wings.
The wings. They gotta have food, and they better bring the
samplers, right? They gotta have
they better bring the prettiest cart girls out. They gotta do it. FOREBROS is coming because they know that when we come, we're coming. We're gonna bring $5,000 to $7,000 on a fucking Thursday evening. I mean, we bring numbers, and that's what people want. You know, you got certain people that don't need us, and they're like, you know what? We don't need you because we already have, you know, plenty of people. Those, unfortunately, those are just some other groups that we can't change. You know, I know one for sure that Maya tried talking to, and the military rate was still like at 140, and we're like, man, fuck y'all. We're gonna bring y'all $7,000 in 5 hours, and y'all want to complain about that shit. So we stay loyal to the people that are loyal to us, the people that are willing to work with us, give us the tee times that we need. Give us the amount of tee times, and you know, just basically accommodate us. And I think, like you said, the guys at Silverhorn are good with us. The guys at GCT, Robert, of course, Zach over at Alsatian. Even the man, it's so awesome. David Lynn out there at River Crossing, bro. He's been
Garcia, right?
David Lynn Garcia. He's a Freer, Texas boy. He's down from 361. He's been friendly enough to let us get out there, bro. That's a private course, and it's a great
and then you have what is it? The GM White at right, or Bobby White, right?
Bobby White
out of Comanche.
Awesome.
And again, I think, and this is something that we always talk about here on the show, is that it is golf, but it's also those relationships and those friendships. And one of the other things, we're coming live from the Texas Chancla Studios. Make sure you hit up our guy Jesse Hernandez at jessehernandezlaw.com. He's a hack golfer. He loves the game, and we're thankful to come from the Texas Chancla Studios. Now, Zach Taniguchi, general manager, Alsatian, he had a post to his members, and one of his members posted on SA Golfers that now they're going to start. They made several announcements. One of them was that they're going to start everybody on hole 11. Which is normally people's hole 10, right? But Alsatian's weird. They can have a continuous 1 through 10. So they're going to start on 11, and that is where they're going to start so they can keep a better eye and maybe have a better flow. Because it's always number 2 that gives people trouble, right? Or I guess that's where the kind of congestion occurs. Another thing is, and I did a video on it on TikTok, that's gotten like over 7,000 views, and for me that's a big thing.
That's big.
Hey, that's big. That's big. Huge.
That's a good number. 7,000 is good.
And for making an announcement in regards to keeping your receipt, about just taking a cart, not just taking a cart, and people bringing off alcohol, outside of the property. And we know from as many times as we've played, it is a TABC violation. And so, courses and facilities do have to cover their ass. And I understand that. But it's like when we were in Colorado, I ordered, not when we played out there, not the courses we played at, but I played at another course right before I left. They put a huge orange sticker all around it that said real big proof of purchase. And it's just like, is this the trend that more courses are going to? And I asked Zach straight up. I asked Zach, we know him. I said, Zach, was it FOREBROS? Was FOREBROS the reason you put that there? He says, no, we love FOREBROS. We want y'all out there. I think a lot of courses want y'all out there because, again, y'all buy the beer, y'all buy the food, y'all love the course, take care of the course. And so we want to take care of y'all back. So he said it is for a certain type of people, and I'm not talking about races or anything like that, right? He said it is a certain type of people, and some people that do have an entitlement that feel like they can just get in the cart, go wherever they want, and bring their ice chest, And someone else told me, why don't you just sneak your beer in like everybody else does?
It's funny that you said that because I've heard that before. Where were we, Andy? We were somewhere, me and you, I think. I want to say it was me and you. It might have been over there when we were in Colorado. And these fucking dudes just pulled up, or was it Alsatian? And they had their own fucking beer. And they had bottled beer.
Yeah, glass bottles.
Glass bottle. They don't even sell that there. You put up with a 12-pack of bottled beer. Where were we? Was it in Colorado?
I think so. I think so. Hey, it was Coors. It was Coors.
It was Coors. And I remember thinking, man, these motherfuckers don't care, bro. Like, at least bring cans, right? You're not even trying to disguise the fact. Like, some people do have that sense of entitlement, and I don't blame them. Some people don't have it like that, Andy. To go charge, like yesterday, for example, we played Cantera, amazing. Anthony, great fucking guy, gives us good rates. He hooks us up to love Anthony.
The best rates you can get at La Cantera.
The best rates you can get. It's kind of hard to measure anything to Cantera unless you.
It's on a different level. It's on a different level. Resort course.
It's resort. They got resort money. They got a lot of shit. But anyways, you go over there, and I bought a round of drinks. And that's because Maya only had a Dr. Pepper. I got a cup of ice and a fucking Snickers. Isaac got the fucking, not the Arnold Palmer's, the
transfusion.
The John Daly's.
The John Daly's, okay, yeah.
John Daly's, the sweet tea, or I don't know what it's called.
It's sweet. It's half and half with vodka, I think.
Half and half with vodka.
Yeah.
And then Johnny just got a tonic water or Red Bull or something. Bro, it was like $50 fucking dollars. And I'm like, what the fuck? Well, that sweet tea is $12. The Dr. Pepper is fucking $5. The Snickers $3. It's, you know what I mean? And then you leave a tip, and I'm a tipper everywhere I go. Even if I eat a $50 meal, I'm gonna tip minimum $10. If I
you're a good tipper. You're a good tipper.
You're a good tipper. But service. I'm not gonna tip you if it's shitty. You do shitty service, I'm gonna fucking give you $6.
and 25 cents, right?
And 25 cents. Yeah. I might feel bad about it later, but it is. I mean, I understand you got to make money, right? It's a business. I had my own restaurant. I know about markup. And then right now with all the shit going on with the world, it's a weird place that we're at right now. Everything's expensive. Eggs are fucking $10. But if you want to try, I would say if you want to try and avoid people bringing outside beer, offer better beer specials, lower down the rate,
There you go. Okay, so that's
for
one
members,
of the things.
Especially if you're a member, if you have some type of membership.
So that's one of the things, right? So that question popped up, and people started chiming in, right? People chime in. They're like, "Well, how come there's no water on the course?" Well, they give you there at Alsatian. They give you bottled waters at the beginning, and they put 2 in your cart, which not a lot of like just open courses or open to the public courses do, which is a great thing. They haven't had a beverage cart, which that had been an issue. But and again, I talked to Zach himself. I said, Zach, I'm gonna make a post. I want to get your insight, so I can make a post and not sound like an idiot like I normally do. Right. And he goes, well, I'm looking at several beverage carts, and I'm looking at the right one. You know what I mean? And I said, hey, those are great things. At our tournament, or at the tournament I played last Friday, he had a girl. Evan was driving a girl around. They were serving drinks, and I know that's something that he's trying to accommodate people that played his course. Because what did it start doing? What did that post do? Everybody started bitching. Everybody was complaining. And you know what? And again, it's just they're making a stance. They're taking some things into their own hands. And again, Zach is a new general manager. He's trying to put his stamp on some things, and I can have nothing but love and respect for that, because you know what? He is a disciple of Mrs. Reed, and Mrs. Reed always took care of FOREBROS.
That's right.
And she's known, she is a goddess in the golf community, right? Yep. In the golf community. And so it's like, you're a disciple of Mrs. Reed. What you say is probably going to carry some serious weight, and I'm hopeful that that people see it and it works out good, right? We got some great comments right here. J.R. Garcia, no discounts. You close and make it right in regards to the condition of the course. Right here. Also, J.R. Garcia, group discount for sure when you develop these relationships. And
absolutely.
Amen. They have to protect themselves. Too many people bring their own alcohol. I see it all the time. And we do see it all the time.
Yeah, we do.
Entitled for sure. Okay, Robert Vasquez. Next week, we go to weather condition discounts starting at 10 a.m. for play for the price of the temperature. Example, 100 degrees, $25 per player. Wow. See, like, and you have to respect that guys like Robert and Bo, that they're kind of like the end all be all at their course. They can wheel and deal and make things happen that not a lot of people can do.
Exactly, bro. And fucking nobody does it like Robert, though, bro. I mean, everybody's cool. I'm cool with everybody, and Robert, we have a good relationship with Bo's a great guy, Zach's a great guy, Jadon, Anthony. But at the end of the day, bro, nobody does it like Robert. And I don't have, there's no way I can recant that ever, because he does that shit. He gives us burger meals. He gives us cheaper tee times. He gives us badass tee times with shotgun starts. He accommodates us to the fullest. And I feel that if other people would follow suit to what he does, I think they'd be more successful. You have to, this game is built on relationships, right? It's all who you know and what are you trying to do. Do you want just Joe Blow and his homies to come and bring beer from outside and fucking run on the greens with the carts if there's no geofencing? Or do you want this group of guys that will always come, always bring 50 fucking guys, spend $5,000 to $7,000 a round, take care of the carts, appreciate the course, and respect the game? I mean, you got to pick and choose what you're trying to get out of it. And I think Robert has his mind in the right place, bro, when it comes to that.
There's no doubt. And I think we are. And
Robert, I love you, Robert. Thank you, brother.
I love you, Robert. And I think we're trying to give other courses those same opportunities, right, Leo? We're always trying to find a home for our guys, right? Like, and I think that's one thing that we have Jeremiah that does a great job of building those relationships with people like Robert. And Gateway is the official home course of FOREBROS Tour, and it's definitely earned, right? It's definitely earned. You know what? Jeremiah's got great relationships, and he's giving these other courses the same opportunities. And I think some of them are, you know, as their new management, as they're allowing FOREBROS to go, they're giving us that opportunity to make those bonds, to make those relationships. And for our guys, we have guys all over San Antonio. We got guys from Houston that come down to play with us. Everywhere, and I think these GMs are giving us those opportunities to make those relationships. And I do think Robert is a tone setter. And I think there are other guys like that. Like I said, we talk about Bola Hugh, we talk about Zach. Everybody that we've named on here is a trendsetter. And I think you got to give credit where credit's due.
All of those guys are great. They're all great.
Robert's been taking care of us since Fort Sam, and I'm glad Bo and I'm glad Zach and Anthony and these other guys are getting their opportunity because they got a great product too. Let's read some comments right here. Mike Ayala, my brother, is buy me a beer. Hey, that's you, Leo.
I got you. I'll buy
right
you
here, right here. Romulus Ramirez, what's your restaurant, Leo?
Perfect Tens.
hey, okay. Yours is Perfect Tens. Mine's Perfect Tenders.
Oh yeah,
Perfect Tenders.
Well,
right
have
here.
Have you heard about mine and Brucey's podcast? Everything is OB.
Everything is OB. Everything's out of bounds, baby.
Everything.
Right here. We got Jojo Aldape from the RGV. What's up, my brother? Good evening, fellas. What's up, Jojo? Hey, I'm telling you, dude. May 25th, RGV, first FOREBROS Tour event, Rio Grande Valley.
I know them. I know how them RGV boys get down. They come, bro. They come with it. They start off good. You're gonna see them drinking, having a good time. The bets, they're not scared to bet. The RGV boys get down, bro. I know a lot of people from the valley. As do I. Hey, is there some chingazos coming? Right? Chingazos. Somebody's getting punched in the fucking mouth. You know, they get down like that. And you know what? Just to let you guys know, 361 is and 956. We co-mingle together with cut from the same vine, baby. Right here. Right. All right, guys. I got Alex from the Course of Life podcast. He's in the waiting. He's in the green room right now. He is on ice. He's about to come on here in a couple of minutes. He's behind the ropes there in Charlotte at Quail Hollow. So we're gonna get some takes on him, bro. And I'm excited because this is a great guy that I met at Horseshoe Bay. He's a badass golfer, a badass dude, runs an awesome podcast. And I can't wait to get some takes, man. He's getting in some great questions with some of the pros, and we're going to bring him on here in a couple minutes. Oh, man. Right here. Jordan Calendar right here. Leo is looking tired and worn down. Take a break, champ. While we're on that subject, Jordan, I still haven't got my money. You got to pay your bets, son.
Oh, hey, dude, you have to. You have a 24-hour time limit, bro. If you pass it, right here, Jordan Calendar. How much you want to bet Leo is sitting in a chair in the middle of the room, all awkward, just so he can have the trophies in the back?
It's not enough. Look, it's not enough. Kendrick Lamar playing in the back.
Right here, Efren Izquierda. FOREBROS leadership demand the best from the courses and especially their members. Quality deserves quality. Amen, brother. Amen.
Amen.
The new handicap Nazi.
New handicap enforcer.
Double
Salute,
E.
my brother.
Double E right here. Jeremiah Sierra, I love working with the GM and golf courses. The relationships make golf stronger for the community. Amen right there. Amen. And last question, last one right here. Jordan Calendar. Now you spreading lies, Leo. I ain't got no unpaid bets with you. All right, guys. With further ado, let's go ahead and bring him on right here. I got right here. Let me see if I can make it work. Hold on. I'm sorry. Right here. I got Alex. Let me make sure I'm saying your last name correctly. Alex.
I'm here, Alex Lauzon. How we doing, Andy? Good to see you guys.
What's up, Alex?
Alex, thanks so much for being on from the Course of Life podcast. How's it going, my brother?
It's going well. Yeah, last saw you a couple months ago at Horseshoe Bay, which was a fun weekend trip that we got to do together to check out an awesome resort. And now you're catching me in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh, man. You're living the dream, baby.
You are living the dream, dude. You're putting out some great stuff, bro. You're asking some great questions. I don't know if I could say this. You know what, man? I'm so proud of you, brother. I'm so proud of you. I love watching what you're doing out there, and hence the reason why I wanted to make sure I got you on the show. How is it going out there behind the ropes and your time out there in Charlotte?
Yeah, it's very interesting. So this is my second PGA Championship that I've got to cover for the podcast. The lineage started with me covering, the PGA merchandise show every year where I, check out the latest and greatest and network with lots of people there. And that's how the PGA of America relationship began for me. I actually kind of stumbled into the Club Pro Championship, which we know is the PGA Professional Championship, which is a very unique part about this major. For people who don't realize, there's 4 majors on the calendar. And the unique part about the PGA Championship is they let in the best 20 club professionals in the country, which we refer to as the Corebridge Financial Team of 20.
Right.
And they qualify via a national championship to play in the PGA Championship on a major championship stage. It's one of the most unique underdog stories in the game of golf, because you have these regular Joe teaching pros that you and I see at courses we play every day. They're out there grinding, growing the game, teaching people how to play. And they also got a little bit of game of themselves. And you see the best ones here who qualify. So I went to the PGA Club Professional Championship in Port St. Lucie, Florida, a couple weeks ago. Watched them qualify, and the team of 20 has been created, and they're all here now in Charlotte competing. So I'm not only telling those stories, but I'm also getting to, ask questions in the press conferences to the best golfers in the world.
So tell me, what is maybe the best underdog story or best story you've come across from those 20 guys that I heard you ask Scotty about it. Again, badass freaking questions you're asking over here. And what is maybe one of those best stories that have come from those 20?
Yeah, and I got to seize those moments when I'm covering this unique angle that not a lot of people are covering and showcasing. So, if I got one crack at the number one player in the world, I want to get his perspective on the little guys too, and hear him talk about, how he, approaches this week, because it's different in that he gets to play with club pros and practice with them and whatnot. So he shared lots of content surrounding that. But yeah, in terms of the club pro stories, they range. There's familiar faces like Michael Block, who we saw.
Block Party.
Michael Block has to be the guy. Me and Patty played his course. It's in Arroyo. It's somewhere in Data Point. That's by Newport Beach. Yeah. We went to his course. It kind of reminds me of the Quarry. And me and Patty Cottrell, he's one of our brothers. He's on the board here. He was telling a little bit about his backstory. And I didn't know too much about it, but Patty knew the background of it. And he really has an awesome underdog story too, man. And he actually qualified again to make it, didn't he?
He did, yeah, pretty much with ease. He got in the top 20 pretty easily, back in for his 3rd consecutive PGA Championship. He's a fan favorite, and he's kind of like the Papa Bear for all the other club pros. He takes them in the reins. He's the dad.
Let me show you how to do this, right?
You need anything PGA week, I'll show you the ropes, whatever you need. So he lends a helping hand to everyone. He's part of that group of 20. In terms of really unique stories, I got to shout out my boy Ryan Lenihan's story. Ryan Lenihan, first PGA Championship. This is the first time he's ever qualified through the national championship. And in the final round of the PGA Professional National Championship 2 weeks ago, you're not going to believe what he did, guys. On the 10th hole, he played the wrong golf ball.
Oh, no.
In the final round of the PGA Professional National Championship, a PGA professional played the wrong golf ball.
That's 2 strokes, right?
2 strokes in the middle of the round.
They're human too.
Still managed to keep it together and qualify for the PGA Championship.
Wow, that is tough. That's mentally, that'll break you. It's happened to me And I remember when that happened, I just went straight downhill.
And that's amazing because that just shows, hey, like they're human too. And I guess they're showing their students that it can happen and you can overcome it. Right. Okay. So I saw another one of your posts. How do you think the course is going to be playing? Everybody keeps saying it's a bomber's paradise. You've walked the course. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I had a cool little before the action moment on Monday. There were no fans allowed there, but I got to get there early and I just walked the back nine literally by myself. There were no volunteers.
You're looking around, right? I've been there at the Dell. I'm like, is somebody watching?
It was a unique moment. I got to see how sloppy and wet the course was, but my God, does this course drain very well, mainly because they have a sub-air system not too dissimilar from what we talk about every year at the Masters.
Oh, yeah, that's really
so unique. This course drains unbelievably fast. They've had, I think, between 3 and 4 inches of rain in the last 4 days. You wouldn't even realize it, though, if you got to the greens, though. The putting surfaces are already nice and firm, and they're going to get firmer as the week goes. The next few days are going to be hot, humid, breezy. The rain's pretty much moving out of the forecast. So it's going to play long for sure off the tee, and then it's going to play tough getting to the green. There was an interesting quote that's kind of making the rounds in the press center from a New York Times article this week, where former PGA Tour pro Hunter Mahan
yeah,
that Quail Hollow kind of reminds him of a Kardashian. Modern, beautiful, well-kept, but lacks soul and character.
I saw that. Hey, you know what, Alex? This is the first and last time you're on the podcast. You took my line, so you took my line right there.
Hold on, let me write that line down.
so okay, it and maybe that's in response to, because it's a yearly stop when you play the Wells Fargo, right? How do you feel about that, Alex? Leo, we'll talk about this when we let Alex go, because Alex is giving us some time coming from Charlotte right here.
I'm just soaking everything.
I know. I'm trying to soak it in.
I'm vicariously living through you. That's what you're telling me right now.
I think we all have very similar colored T-shirts on, so you know what, that helps out the vibes of this podcast.
Vibes are real.
So as it being just kind of like another stop. Since they play it yearly, they've played the Ryder Cup here. Is there something going on or underlying tone that we've been here, we've done this, or what?
Yes, there is admittedly a little bit of that. That's not going to make me look past how beautiful the place is. It's one of the most beautiful golf courses I've ever walked in my life. But with that narrative and the familiarity, it's coming up a lot. There's not room to ask guys, what they think or know about the course. Everyone's got a pretty good idea about the course. Most of these guys have played it a few times, President's Cup, Wells Fargo annually. So there isn't a ton of new things to learn regarding the actual track itself. The name that's going around this week is Rory McIlroy Country Club. That's what's being called right now.
Okay. And you let in perfect. I mean, you do this on the reg, right? You do this on the reg, guys. You can visit Alex. You can see any and listen to any of his past episodes at courseoflifepodcast.com. You see it right there at the bottom on the ticker for more about the podcast, more about Alex and past episodes. Okay. So you said it right there. Rory McIlroy Country Club. He's got to be at the top of the list. Who else do you think are some of the favorites going around?
Well, obviously, the first thing you do when you look at the board is are you doing Scotty or Rory, or are you going off the map? Because you just have to start the conversation with those two guys. Obviously, Rory has a tremendous amount of experience and familiarity at the course, and just won the Masters, Grand Slam completed, life dream checked off,
playing free, right?
One of the GOATs. He's one of the solidified GOATs for sure.
Yeah. So but then on the other hand, you've got Scotty Scheffler, the guy who is, by the way, hi. I'm still ranked number 1 in the world. Yeah. I know I haven't won the way you would like me to, but I showed up in my home state of Texas, played a home game, and crushed the field 5 shots. So he's very ready to go.
Yeah.
And I have no doubt that he's going to be lingering around the leaderboard Saturday or Sunday. So those are the first 2 names you start with. But the third one that is on everyone's list right now,
Big B,
because of what he did last year, because of what he's doing currently, because of what he does in our circle, in the golf content circle, is Bryson DeChambeau, who's just absolutely bombing the piss out of the ball right now.
Yeah.
So do you see right here? I got a great question. Estevan, thank you for chiming in. I got Estevan. How do you feel about the players dogging the course for not being difficult enough this week?
The length is going to take care of a little bit of that. Just look down at the bottom 2/3 of the leaderboard, and you'll see a bunch of people that are going to complain about how difficult the course is, because it's 7,600 yards and it's going to play wet from the tee to the fairway. So it's going to be very hard for a lot of shorter hitters to keep up, get over the correct amount of bunkering in fairways. So regarding dogging it for not being difficult, let's let the 4 days play out. The beauty of the PGA Championship is you think you see what you know about a course going in. But Kerry Haig, who sets these championships up every year, gives you always a little bit of a curveball with the scoring. Sometimes these PGA Championships are toned down. It's 7, 8, 9 under to win. Sometimes it is like last year at Valhalla, where you got to shoot 66, 67 4 times. That's personally what I love about the PGA Championship. Is it's the major that actually doesn't have an identity. I like that. It's a wild card. Every PGA Championship is a complete wild card. Yeah, we know what we're going to expect with the Masters. We have an idea the U.S. Open is going to be a brutally tough test. We know that links golf's a traditional links test. The PGA Championship's like, where are we? What?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of question marks.
It's true. That's true. Everybody knows what to expect from like Augusta, everything, but you're right about that. Like here, you don't really know what you're going to get. There might be everybody shooting in the fucking 60s, or everybody's going to be busting. But I think everybody's going to go really, really low. I mean, a lot of these guys hit the ball, 350, 380. You're going to have guys that are going to be hitting driver wedge into, a lot of these holes, the long bombers. But then you have the short knockers that won't be doing that. So I see those three names that you mentioned. My picks, Andy, you were asking me earlier, was I think Scotty Scheffler's always, because we're Texas boys, I'm going to go for him. Rory McIlroy is on a high horse. It's hard not to keep his name in the list, but my sleeper is Bryson DeChambeau for sure, bro. I think he's going to come out.
Bryson's not a sleeper. He's not a sleeper.
He's not. They're already saying like Rory McIlroy's country club. They're just going to say.
I mean that's it.
His course, and it's true.
Okay, that could be. I
feel like Bryson DeChambeau, when him and Rory were going at it a couple of weeks ago, and he kind of fell off, and Rory just took over.
Became the Rory show.
The Rory show. I think he's probably taking that in, and I've been watching some of his content. He says he's playing great. He feels great. I feel like this is going to be his time to shine. It's going to be, this course is going to play good for him because it is longer and he has that advantage off the tee box for sure.
A couple other guys I talked to today that are worth mentioning that I just want to shout out on the stage. Ludwig Oberg. This is a young pro that people need to know the name of a lot more. He's absolutely ice in his veins, young Swede. Came right out of the gates with a runner-up at last year's Masters and has continuously shown his name on leaderboards.
You don't think, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to cut you off, Alex, but you don't think his poor showings the past two outings, being in like I think what was it, 50s and the 40s, his past two showings. His past two showings at Truist and it's escaping me. He hasn't done well the past two PGA tournaments.
He hasn't. You're right. Yeah, the recent form is definitely where he might be a tick down on the odds, but he's still up there because big stages he just seems to shine through. And he even said with his last Master performance, which was another top 10 at Augusta for him, he was hitting it marginal. He said just okay, scraping it around to a top 10 at the Masters. Wow. So if that's any indication about how we could play a course like this with a similar vibe, that could be one. One other guy who I love to shout out, who's my favorite press conference moment, who I think is probably one of the most fascinating personalities in golf. He won earlier this year, not feeling good about his game, and that's Victor
Hovland. Yes,
yeah.
I love Victor. Hey, he's Jay Lindenberg, right? Jay Lindenberg.
Every time I hear that guy, I feel like he's just real chill, bro.
Yeah, he could be on something. We don't know. We're not testing for anything. We're not worried about that. We're all vibes people right here. Yeah. But you know what? He did something.
I'm high right now.
Press conference a month ago, where he kind of referenced 8 Mile and kind of like rabbited himself. Rabbit. This is what I'm working on. I'm not good at X, Y, and Z right now. This is me. I'm honest. I love how candid he is. And I asked him today, I said, you seemed surprised that you were able to win at the Valspar without your best stuff. Would you be surprised if you won this week? He looked me dead in the eye and said, yeah, I think I would. He's a very interesting
So
and
humble.
enigmatic
Just a humble
personality.
guy, yeah.
But I respect the fact that he's that honest about where he is. And by the way, even what he considers as average is still good enough to win on the PGA Tour. So just
You're
watch
right.
out.
I agree, and I think that's why it makes these guys pros. That's what makes us, because a lot of times, we play all the time, and sometimes those are probably your best victories or your best rounds is when you don't have your best stuff and you're still able to pull it out. All right, so you got Victor. Victor's your sleeper. Who's your favorite? Is it Bryson? Is it Rory? Is it Scotty? Who is your number one favorite if you had to put all your money, all your chips on?
I would probably go Bryson right now. I would.
Amen.
From what I saw from his practice round this afternoon.
Alex. Air fist me.
Just the way.
Hey, you got to pound. You got to pound, Alex. You got to pound.
He's going to approach.
There you go.
Work this course. I'm picturing the amount of not only support he's going to get from the gallery, but I'm picturing the momentum that he's going to gain from the places he can drive the ball that most of the field can't. So I think that's going to play very well to his advantage. His big issue is going to be short putts, 5 to 10 feet, those par saves when you need them the most to keep the round on the rails. He has a history of kind of missing those on Saturday and Sunday. But other than that, that's a guy I can't avoid this week.
Right here. I got a great question by Kristen Tarver right here. What do you think the cut will be?
That's a great question. Haven't quite thought about that much. I'm going to say the cut will probably be somewhere in the
It's under for sure.
1 or 2 under range. Yeah.
You think,
Again, you have to keep in mind, no offense to our team of 20 club pros. There are going to be a good amount of club pros that are going to be over par. That's just the nature of the beast. There's also going to be guys that aren't in great shape with their game, that are not going to be major championship ready. They're going to card 2 rounds in the mid-70s. So I don't think it's going to be that far under par. 1, 2 under par.
Right here. I got one more comment right here, Alex, and we appreciate your time tonight. I think Bryson's final round performance at the Masters is a huge motivator for him to come out strong.
I agree.
Yeah,
all right.
For sure. And I mean, honestly, they throw in Oakmont there, but like he proved that he actually can win on a U.S. Open stage. He's done that twice now. It's kind of weird to think that Bryson, this guy who is big, long bomber, you probably would think he would have already collected the PGA Championship by now. Uniquely, he's got 2 U.S. Opens, which weren't the ones we probably would have picked if we saw the progression of his career. So he's proved that he can win in the dicey, tough venue spots as well too. So yeah, I mean, the way the golf calendar is loaded right now, it's this in the next like 60 to 90 days. You got to make your hay right now.
That's right.
Right here, Alex. Last question I'm going to ask you, and we appreciate your time tonight, brother. I so appreciate your time. I know you're a busy guy. Favorite thing that you're covering or that you've come across as your time behind the ropes and your experience there in Quail Hollow right now?
Interesting. Honestly, for you guys, you'll appreciate this. It's kind of just the venturing through the media center. Operating the media center, there. Man. You guys haven't seen what that's like, but it's just these super subtle things of hopping on a shuttle to the course with like people from the Golf Channel I've been watching for like 25 years. Yeah.
Sports Illustrated, right? Like, I mean, yeah.
And like, just Scott Van Pelt's walking by with Stanford Steve, just talking about the course, and it's just little things like that, because it's taken people like you and I a lot of time to build what we're building right now and get our content and our voice to certain stages. So it's just fun seeing all that behind the scenes. I still feel like I'm a little bit of like an audience member watching it like through someone else's glasses. Every once in a while, I gotta kind of pick myself and remind myself to like,
you're there to do a job.
I'm doing this too. I'm part of this too as well.
And you're
there to do a job.
You're doing a great job, brother. I'm so freaking proud of you, and I'm so happy for you in this opportunity. Last question before I let you go for one of the viewers right here, Jojo Aldape. Bigger question: how much is the beer?
You guys are ending with the 19th hole content, just like I do on my podcast.
Well, I don't normally end with that, but you're a guest, and you know what? Again, we want the viewers and the listeners to feel like this is their podcast. This is the people's podcast, baby. So you know what?
I have a question. I have one question.
Hold on. Let's let him answer it.
Answer this question first.
Do you know this? Do you know the answer to this question, Alex?
I do. Yeah. So at Course of Life Alex on Instagram, by probably tomorrow or Friday, I'm going to do a full reel post where I'm taking everyone to all 6 of the branded 19th hole spots on the course at Quail
Hell
Hollow.
yeah.
So
This
I'm
is
gonna
what we
show
want,
everyone every
Alex.
single spot.
Alex,
Stop
this
and get
make sure
drinks.
you tag me, Alex. You're doing a good job already of tagging me. Tag me again, all right? Tag
Alex,
me again, my brother. All right.
I'm
Last question, Leo.
I work from home. I can jump on a plane or meet you anywhere. If you ever need an assistant to carry your stuff, I would love to join you on these exciting adventures. But can you ask Bryson DeChambeau if he'll come play with FOREBROS? We'll do like the 2v1. I don't know if that would work.
Well,
So
Alex is in Austin. Alex is in Austin, Leo.
Beers
Oh.
start at $11 to $12 for Mick Ultra. Cocktails start at like 14 to 16 and go up from there. They get pretty crazy. Regarding Bryson, I talked to Bryson today because I've been doing some content recently. I've been playing blindfold golf.
Wow.
So I've been playing a hole at a time, completely blindfolded,
Right.
like with a sleeping mask and everything like that. It started out with me making like 8s, 10s, and whatnots. I've really progressed a lot. And I just made my first par blindfolded this week and posted it on my Instagram.
Oh my gosh. All right.
You're better than Brucey.
Completely blindfolded, over water, par 3, hit the green in regulation, 15 feet from the flag.
Oh, hold on. It was a part 3? Never mind.
Oh.
It's not validated.
No, it's valid. Shit.
And
She was blindfolded.
About a week ago, I saw Bryson and Martin Borgmeyer play a hole where Bryson was blindfolded as well too. So I made a point to find him today, and I went right up to him. I brought the reel out, and I showed him. And I said, "Hey, right, Bryson, just let you know I'm doing a lot of blindfold golf right now. This is my first par right here." He sat there as he was signing autographs. He watched the whole thing and gave me a fist pump. So he's seen my content.
You touched
Next
him.
step is we start the
Badass.
conversation. We get him to an event. All right.
Oh, right there. Guys, that's Alex, Course
Alex.
of Life podcast. Make sure you hit him up. Follow him on Instagram. Right here. Already got some guys right here. Romulus Ramirez followed. Looking
Definitely,
forward to that
I'm
one.
definitely
Jojo
looking at
Aldape. Badass. Kristen
You gained the
Tarver right
following,
here.
brother.
Go
You gained
right
the
here,
following.
brother. We thank you so much for your time, brother, and keep
Appreciate
kicking
it.
ass out there, man. Proud of you, man. And
Yeah,
make sure you tag us. Tag
us,
nothing is
bro.
OB, baby.
Got you. Cheers.
All right, man.
Good luck,
Have a good
brother.
night, my brother. Hey, dude, Leo. That was
Living the
badass,
dream,
dude.
bro.
Alex is the man, dude. Alex is
Living
the
the
man.
living the fucking dream, bro. Like for
I
real.
know, I'm trying to get there, but I can't be getting kicked out of PGA Tour events.
Well, you're taking the wrong people. You're taking fucking Mike Osman and Brucey. Get them the fuck out of there and take some real golfers. You're gonna show up with those guys. You're gonna shoot fucking 26 over and just get drunk and throw clubs and what? You're gonna hear Brucey yelling fuck, and Mike Osman be like, man, fuck this game. Bro. You need to take some fucking real sticks with you, man.
Okay, right here, guys. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning into the show tonight. We are presented by Maximum Demolition and Dismantling. Make sure you hit up our guy, owner operator Lee Ramos. Hit him up at maximumdemo.com. He loves the dirty work. This guy will do the jobs that people say cannot be done. He can demo it. He can dismantle it. This dude is the man. Make sure you hit up our guy, Lee Ramos. All right, Leo. So you talked about your favorite. Who's your favorite again? Is it
Bryson?
Is it Bryson?
I'm gonna go with Bryson DeChambeau. I mean, I like all the golfers. We play the game, Andy. We know what golf is. We're at one time we were real low handicaps. I'm like a 2 handicap right now with FOREBROS.
You're playing super consistent. You're not
I'm being
losing any
consistent.
balls. You're not missing a lot of shots. And it's fun to watch though, because we had John Tejeda played with me and Patty the other day at a tough ass Cedar Creek golf course the day before the FOREBROS tour event, right? The day before Mother's Day. Couldn't play Mother's Day. Wanted to stay married, and John Tejeda was like, man, what am I doing playing with you guys? And I'm like, what fucking game are you? What do you mean you guys? And he's like, I'm not saying that we're great golfers, but you know what? We live the game. We can play a little. We can play it. We can play a little. We might be able to hang with some of the bigger guys. We might be able to hang with them, but and it's always great to play and to watch your bros that can shoot and can roll the rock well, right?
I love playing that. Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. And playing with you, it's tough. And like I always say that I want to play you. I always say I want to play you and I want to play in your group and I want to beat you. I haven't beat you, and I don't know, probably the past 5 or 6 times, but I always want to beat you. And again, it's because I know the type of golfer you are, and because I think you play a solid game, and you're it's like you aim small, miss small. You don't mess up. You limit your mess ups.
Keep it simple.
And that's something you do. And again, I always like to watch good golfers and how they it's like watching Johnny Boy. I love to watch Johnny Boy, how he approaches the game. Yeah. I love to see how, how Zach, can hit the rock. Even our guy, Mike Ayala. I love to watch golfers, how their approach is for them. And that may be something I can take away to make myself successful.
I agree. And, Andy, not to shoot yourself short. Every time we play, it's a fucking battle. You actually get the jump on me, and it's like the first 3 holes is gonna define the actual game, because it's always in the first 3 holes that you always drop a birdie on me, or you'll get 2 pars in a row and I might bogey. I usually start off slow, and it's when you start getting those transfusions in you that I'm like. I'm licking my chops.
Okay,
I'm like, here it comes.
So we say that, bro. Okay, we say that, and I got some great questions. Tonight that we're gonna post up here in a bit. Thank you guys for chiming in and tuning in and giving us your feedback. You say that, Leo. We've had some people on the show that are ultra competitive, and you know what? I know you, and I love you, and I know you as a person. I know you as a golfer. I know just like the way you and I play and how a good majority of our guys play, we want to win a certain way. We want to win by obviously the right way. Right. We want to win by beating somebody at their best. Yeah. And we want to win laughing, having a beer, smoking a stogie. We want to live. We want to play and maybe win and maybe even lose, but like enjoying ourselves the whole way through.
Exactly. I totally agree with you. And, we have these conversations, bro. I mean, Johnny was staying here at my house. I've talked to Mike, Maya. I mean, everybody that we hang out with. John Tejeda, that's my boy, man. He's moved. He's come down a lot in the rankings, bro.
Bro, he's improved. Dude, every time he plays, he improves, bro. And I love playing with him. I love playing with him.
Me too. That's my dog. I love playing with him. I will tell you this. It takes a lot. First of all, it takes a lot for you to become a consistent golfer and a good golfer. First of all, you have to work at it. A lot of people are like, oh, you play a lot. Well, that's why I'm getting better, because I make myself play. I go out there. I try and just stay consistent. That's the biggest key. Consistency is the key in golf. It's not about how far you hit the drive. John Daly said it best. People talk about this guy. He hit a fucking 350-yard drive, but nobody ever talks about that fucking 125-yard shot that you put right next to the pin, right?
Nope. Nobody talks about that Tom Kite, about that Corey Pavin. Those guys that maybe even won more than John Daly.
That's right, and you're absolutely right. Who's the guy that won the Valero Open, the short guy this year?
Oh, you had Brian Harmon.
Brian Harmon can't hit the ball as far as these other guys, but he won because he had the 130 shot, the 150 shot. That's the most important.
And the win. And you know TPC, you have to hit those monster, you have to hit those knockdown shots with those greens and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is it your boo-boo texting you?
Yeah, that's John Tejeda. That's John Tejeda texting me, telling me, shouting me up. Now, I will tell you this, Andy. I go and I want to have a great time. I do want to play with like-minded people that not so much like we're competitive, right? Because me and Mike Ayala, we clash. We clash because we come from that.
And your brothers.
Your brothers. I mean, it's hard, when you're in a certain space, because for years, Mike has always been a better golfer. And then he took some time off and I climbed up. So now we're just at this balance point. I mean, he's my opposite. Of yesterday I shot a 77 and he came in with a 74. But the other day I shot even par and he shot 75. So it's always just back and forth, right?
It's by a few strokes.
It's always the same. If we play together in the same group, that's when it gets interesting. When we play with other people, if you're with people that you're comfortable with and and you're trying to play with better people, like Mike played with fucking A-God. He fucking shot 2 or 3 under from the tips yesterday, bro. I mean, this dude, he's a fucking golfer.
I mean, he's a golf he's a senior professional, former PGA card holder. I mean,
bro, he's
a god. Yeah, he's a god.
He's the real deal. And Mike was just keeping up with him. You know, I've played rounds with bro. I played with Brucey, and I kept up with Zach Acuff. I mean, I had everything. We were beating him at one point, and we had better shots. The only thing that we were talking about that partner golf is just he couldn't handle that pressure. I'd put him right down the middle. You got a wide open fairway. You got 90 yards to the hole. All I need you to do is just put it anywhere around or near the hole. And I don't know if it was too much for him. And he'd top the ball and roll it 8-10 feet. He'd go out of bounds. And to me, it's like, I'm thinking like, bro, all you got to do is just get it forward.
And you say that. You say that it's simple to you, right? And it should be simple to me. But you know what? I went up there like I left the putt short on 16 and fuming, and I could tell Mike was mad. Like Mike was mad at me, right? And that's because after I made a huge par putt save on 15 on the par 3, I made a huge par putt save, right?
Yeah.
And I left this par putt short, and he's like, Andy, you're uphill. I told you, you know it. And I'm like, I was so upset. I was fuming. I went to the tee box fuming mad. And what do? I go and I top it on the drive into the shit.
No.
And then Mike's even, you know how Osman can get. He's already pouty to begin with.
Got some Irish in him, bro. He got some Irish blood in him, bro.
Hey, you want some in? You don't have any Irish?
You have any Irish? You want some? The go-to pickup
and then he yanks it, bro. Then he yanks the drive, hitting 3 left. We lose it. Oh, bro. And then I'm dropping, hitting 5. Oh, it was the
shit.
Oh, it was the worst, bro. It was the worst.
I picked Brucey.
Look at you! You can't hear. You're stumbling. You're like,
I don't want to say anything bad because
then just stop right there.
Nothing is OB though.
Nothing's OB.
In our show, everything's OB, but nothing's OB. I messed up. I feel like I messed up by telling Brucey what he needed to do instead of letting him do what he does. But he was doing what he does, and it was fucking me up. Let me tell you why. I'm not trashing his game. He is actually a really good player, bro.
He's a solid player, bro. Look, I always try to tell him that.
Look, he's whooped Paul Sharp. He's beat Joe Tejeda on several occasions. People that call him out, he wins, bro. He comes in and he beats him.
He's beat Roy. You were saying on the high handicappers.
It don't matter. Those are his people that he's
that's in his range, in his fight.
That's in his range. So he dominates his range. I've played with him. He's won money from us, and he was winning with pars. You know, this guy, he has what it has.
He can play. He can play. He can play.
Right, but the thing that he did hurt me in, not the tops, not missing, not that shit, was the putting. He aims, if the hole is straight, he's aiming 2 feet to the right, and he hooks it in.
Well, I think it's, if you notice him putt, his putter sits like,
he's toe
and
up.
I'm like, and I said, bro, like you have to get it. You got to get it leveled out.
I said, bro, put the putt down, come back, and go forward, and that's going to give me a way better putt. This is your line from here to there. I was trying to tell him, and he's like, okay. And he would do it, and he would just still shank it. And he's like, you know what? Just let me play my game. Let me just do me. He starts getting real.
Or he's like, no, I know. Okay, yeah, so and this is what we go back to. You know what? Yes, he plays with his cousins a lot, and if you play, you try to play to the level of the people or in the group that you surround yourself with. That's like right. I like to play with Johnny Boy and you, because you know what, y'all kind of you'll maybe not try to teach me or correct me, but you'll say, hey, you left your elbow out on that one, right? Or hey, you did a hard cut on that one, or you were spinning on that. You know what? And I like it when someone kind of tells me that. You know what? Or in Johnny, it's like, oh, you broke your wrist on that putt or something. Yeah, and you know what? And I love that, because again, it's just I want these little tips to. I want to be better. I want to be better, and you ain't gonna fix my game in one night. It ain't gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. It's gonna take time. But going back to what you said, bro, it's definitely about being with the people that you're comfortable with. and enjoying yourself, and at the same time being with the same competition. You cannot if you put me with a fucking 20 handicapper and he's spraying the ball right, left, right, we're looking for the ball, he's taking drops, that's already fucking up my timing. Like, I'm used to getting up to my ball.
Your pace of play.
My pace of play, bro. And it's definitely important. This weekend we're playing the Eeks Tour, and we already had like our teams set up, but we didn't agree on certain things, so we switched some shit up. So on day 2, I said, you know what? I want to play with Mike. Me and Mike are going to play together. My nephew, it was either to play with Mike, Ryan Lee, my nephew, or Patty. Those are the only guys I really want to play. And you. But
right here. Ryan Lee, that's my dad, Leo Camarillo.
That's my son, Junior. That's Junior, the son.
You gotta whoop him, bro. You gotta whoop him every now and then.
That's my brother. Me and Ryan are going hard the first day. We were going to take on the top seed, because they didn't feel like it was right that Dick Salinas and Ryan were playing together, so they switched some shit up.
I saw that. I did see that.
And I said, you know what? Let's do it like this, because me and Mike are about the same. Like I said, one of us go with Dick and one of us go with Ryan Lee.
Okay,
we'll battle.
So I got some great comments I want to bring up.
Yeah, go ahead.
Look at Ryan Lee. Can't wait to play with you, Andy Torres. I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm a grinder. I'm a grinder.
Andy is a real deal, bro.
It's nothing pretty to look at, but it gets the job done. Hey, okay. So let me ask you this. And the reason I say this is because some people don't understand what it takes to make a matchup versus another group happen. Now tell me, is it easy to make matchups like this happen?
No.
It's just, why don't you give us maybe some of the details of what it takes and to make sure that the other group is comfortable as well, thinking that we're 50-50 or we're as square as can be going into the match, because I think some people think that you just put these people together and this is it.
And I'm glad you brought this up, because this is the other fucking little gossip I heard today. And I actually heard it from Ryan Lee, our brother. He went to go get some club work done at San Pedro, and he met with old buddy Ben. Yeah, Ben. And Ben was talking to him, and he asked Ryan, like, small talk, hey, who do you play with? And he's like, I play with FOREBROS. And he goes, yeah, man. And he told him about the Eeks Tour thing that we got going on this week. Mm-hmm. And he said, man, if y'all ever did that with ACGT, I would probably just buy a keg of beer and just sit around and just fucking drink and watch the whole thing, because that's something we could do. The only fucking problem is, and the person that would probably be able to highlight it the most would probably be the godfather, fucking Maya, is the handicap system and how things work. So Eeks Tour has only about 20 guys. In fact, they have a couple of our guys.
Hey, Leo blew you a kiss too, babe.
And a heart.
And a heart.
And a happy anniversary.
And a happy anniversary. And a happy Mother's Day.
And a happy Mother's Day. And
her birthday,
in Colorado.
Her birthday's coming up, and he said, we'll see you in Colorado.
Big
kiss, little hug. Hey, big kiss, little hug.
Yeah, for sure. So it's one of those things that they have 20 players, and some of those guys only have 2 rounds with them. And FOREBROS, you know, we
got rounds for days.
We're not only are we as legit as fuck with our scores, we're also the most disciplined. We don't really run off a gin, because we take 10 scores. For those of you guys that I've talked to before that have asked the question, we take 10 scores, and out of your 10 scores, we only take your 4 lowest, and you get your handicap from that. Golf is golf. I've shot 80, 82, you know, and then I'll shoot 72. So there's a 10-stroke difference there, but I get punished because we're only taking my low scores, versus these other guys that they'll take their 10 scores, and sometimes they'll even go play private rounds, and they enter them in their gin, and they're like, oh, I shot an 86 today.
You fluff, you sandbag or fluff, you fluff your account, you fluff your score right here.
They're fluffing, bro. I mean, I don't give a fuck who it is.
Right here, Jeremiah Sierra. Don't put Ryan Lee and Andy Torres together. That's an 8-hour round.
That's an 8-hour round, man.
Stop. I'm trying. It's a lot of uncertainty. Right here, Joe Avalos. Blow me a kiss. Here you go, Joe. There you go. Look, there you get 2 right there. Right here, Michael Gomez. Fix my driver, Leo. Hey, you're a helper. You're a teacher. You ain't a miracle worker, bro.
Hey, hey, bro, I don't work miracles. I ain't Jesus Christ, man. Put down the fucking beer. You're on your 6th fucking transfusion and 3rd fireball. We went to go play with fucking Mike Gomez and Noe the other day.
At Buck Nights
with Jadon,
Buck Nights and someone.
Buck Nights. And me and Noe actually ended up winning it. But this mother showed up.
What did you get?
They need to improve on that. But
what did you get?
I won $30 of store credit.
Because that's what the quarry does for their blast, their 2-man blast, right? So they give, I think, 50. I think it might even be more.
I went to the pro shop, and no disrespect, I don't mean this in a bad way. I went to the pro shop, and the cheapest thing they had there was a cap for $35. I only have $30 credit. I'll pay the difference.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like, at least give me enough for a cap. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. So you saw him right there, Joe Tejeda right there. What's up, fellas?
My brother Joe. Heal up soon, Joe. We miss you, bro.
I know, man. We miss you, brother. Where you at, man? And speaking of his brother, Joe and John. Hey, are you brothers?
Bro, that's
no. Hey, Leo. No. Yes. Yes. Gomez doesn't need his driver fixed. He needs his alcoholism fixed.
That's what I was saying. This motherfucker showed up, and I talked to him like 20 minutes before, and he's like, hey, when we get there, I'm going to hit the range. Tell me what I can do with my driver. And I said, okay. He shows up, doesn't even warm up, comes straight to us, Mexican candy shots.
Hey,
I was like,
he loves those. He loves those. Bro, he orders all the fruitiest shots at Hooters.
No, I love Mike Gomez is a cool guy to hang out with,
great
cool guy to play with, man. So was Noe.
Okay. So I played with Mike Gomez earlier in the year when we had the 2-man at Quarry.
Right.
And you know, sometimes you don't know the partner, right? And so you're trying to fix it and find things on the fly that work, right?
Right.
That's one thing I told Mike. I said, Mike, I want to redo because I didn't feel like I was a good enough partner for him. And that we were trying to find our ground like
Your
through
rhythm.
the whole our rhythm through the whole round. And by the time we might have had a rhythm, you know what? We're trying to go for every hole because we felt like we were just out of it. You know what I mean? We're out of the running right here. Right here, Joe Avalos. Hey, here's a good tip. Sell your driver. Mike Ayala, I'm golfing with Gomez from now on.
Hell yeah. Gomez is a fucking good time, bro. He's a good time. And it's funny because he would always bet me. But not against me. He's like, I bet Nick Martin will beat you. I bet this.
I don't think he's, bro. Stop, Leo. I don't even want to bet. I don't even want to bet you, bro.
He played me. He played with me and Noe, and Rudy was there. Rudy played a fucking great round of golf.
Rudy's been playing solid, bro. He's been playing solid.
And Rudy was fucked up too. Rudy was like 6 beers in when we got there. So he was
stop. Hey, stop. That's normal. That's normal.
Hey, I don't hate on my friends. Right afterwards, I had a few drinks with them too. I don't care. But they played. They meshed well as a team versus me and Noe. We played good as a team, but we were. It was weird playing with Noe because Noe's the guy that wants to go last. When I'm used to like, hey, if I'm a better player, you give me a line and then let me be aggressive.
I agree. I'm there with you.
So when we got there, the very first thing we did was I hit a fucking drive and he hits one and hits a car path and he's pin high. I have a 100-yard shot and it's uphill looking at the hole and he's got kind of like a pin high, but he's on a tee box and it's open. I said, you know what, fuck it, we'll take yours. I would prefer a 100-yard shot because that's my shot of choice versus a 66-yard shot that's kind of elevated, you know, because that's not a true shot. I'm used to hitting a 90, 100-yard shot a little uphill because all the greens are elevated. So we played the shot. I put it about maybe 6 feet. He wanted me to go first. And I said, no, you go first. And he goes, I like going second. I said, okay. So I went first just to play it safe, put it in the center of the green. I had about a 6-7 foot putt. And then he hits it also. He hit a good shot too, but it was a little bit further. So we took mine. And then we're going to putt. And I'm struggling a little bit with my putter in the sense where I'm not making 4 or 5 birdies. I'm only making 2, right?
Okay. Once you're done with the story, I got a question in regards to your putt. Okay. Continue. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
So I wanted to get a line, and he goes, you putt first. So I said, okay, I putt it. And just playing it safe. When I go first, I'm a safe player. I'm going to get it to the hole. I'm not going to be aggressive because I'm giving you a line. And I gave him the line, and I told him, hey, it doesn't break as much because he said it's going to break because I don't play that course that much. And they play every week. Noe wins.
Yeah, they know the course very well. They're members, yeah.
And I played what he told me. But to be fair, they did verticut and they did punch the green. So the lines were just like,
it was Plinko, yeah.
Yeah, Plinko. So it didn't break. And I told him, and he goes up there and he hits the same line as me and missed the same. And I said, God damn it, Noe, I'm not going to be putting second anymore. You're putting second from now on. So that's pretty much what we left it at. But we ended up winning, bro. We had a great time. We had drinks. We laughed. I had a fucking great time with them, bro.
And that's the type of golf I like.
I do too.
And you know what? And even as tight as things got in the FOREBROS Tour Cup with Nick Martin and I and Chris Downs and Josh Losado at Riverside, in early January. You know what? We were doing the same things. We were having some drinks. We're enjoying ourselves. It was tight competition and it was getting pressure packed. But again, it was a good group, good company, great. Or I mean, not a lot of great golf, but great competition. And that's the type of golf. If I'm going to compete, especially against my bros and against like-minded golfers or like handicap golfers, that's the type of golf I want to play. And if I win or if I lose, that's how I want to do it.
Right.
In a good group, having a good time, not stressing that, not overly stressing about it. But you know what? This week it's going to be a little different because we are playing against a group that we're not familiar with everybody.
We don't know shit about
and you know it. And these are just straight up grudge matches right here. Got some great comments right here. Michael Gomez, me and Rudy tied them.
You and Rudy tied me.
Right here. Oh, match play. Match play.
Yeah. I'm not going back over.
Right here. Isaac Camarillo, my
The
summer cup partner.
And that's team buzzsaw right there, bro. You and Isaac,
bro,
you and Isaac together, bro.
Okay,
hard, bro.
So
my money is on y'all. I got my money on y'all. Y'all play good.
I don't know. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. We were Isaac, Ike and I were talking the other day, right? And he's like, I'm working on this. All I need is your driver. And I said, Ike, all I need is your driver. I'm having the same issues you are.
I played with Isaac the last 2 rounds. Isaac's game is coming back to where he was. Remember when he was?
Yes, but you know what? Hey, vacation, working, traveling, and you understand that all takes a toll. Yeah. All right, bro. Let's go ahead and wrap everything up. So let's just kind of go back at it, and I'll give you mine. Who's your favorite to win the PGA that starts tomorrow?
I'm going for Bryce DeChambeau, bro. Bryson DeChambeau is. I feel like he's gonna pull it off. That's my favorite pick. My sleeper, Scotty Scheffler. I mean, he's not even a sleeper, bro. You can't say that, right? But if I had to pick Bryson DeChambeau, I think is going to win. If I had to pick somebody else that is a sleeper, I'd probably go with Ludwig Aberg, bro. He's the real deal, and he has been struggling. But this course is going to play very friendly to him because the dude fucking bombs the ball. So he's gonna be in that area with Bryson DeChambeau and Scotty Scheffler and Rory. They're gonna have shorter shots into the green. And I feel that he'll be able to take advantage of it. It's not going to be tough like it was for him here because I know he struggled here at the Texas Valero Open. People that come down here ain't used to it, right? It makes the pros look like they don't like it too. Like that's one thing. That's one thing. I'm glad Alex from the Course of Life podcast said that in regards to Quail Hollow, it's not a favorite stop. It's not a favorite stop. Right. That's one thing. When I started the podcast back in 2018, I kind of wanted to disprove for people is that no, like Valero VTO playing at JW Marriott TPC Oaks, it's a vibe. It's a beast. It's like it's a great tour stop, and we've always had a great time. The times we've been there and we've partied out there. Shout out to my buddy MGP Mike that's watching. He was tuned in tonight. He sent me a screenshot. That's how we met. We met because my buddy Mike and Raul both took us out and we played.
That's where we met at that outing. That's right, bro.
And we had a great time. And now look at us. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Not me. Not me.
Okay, so. You're right. We talk about that in a great course. And I remember, and I told Mike Ayala, like as soon as I saw people, no, it was another round, but you're right. And it's just, I hit it off with you instantly. We played. And you know what? I never even played with Mike, and I hit it off with him because we're having some beers at the quarry afterwards.
Yeah,
you
met him, and y'all hit it off, and then I was like, man, they're fucking hanging out, and that's because he's my boy, But,
and that's what I'm saying. And again, this is what happens when you play the game. It has the potential to make lifelong bonds, lifelong friendships, and and again, and I feel sorry for those people that always post on SA Golfers. Hey, looking for a place to play. Look, hey, if you need one, you know what? 19 handicap, but I like to have a good time. And I hate that because I want people to want to play in groups and associate. You know, it's fun to play alone sometimes. Don't get me wrong. You know that it's nice sometimes to be out there
when you're working on your game.
Yeah, when you're working on the game, and it's great. But you know what? I don't like. I'm an only child, bro. I don't like to be alone. You know, I don't like to be alone, and I don't think anybody needs to golf alone. And that's where FOREBROS Tour comes into play, guys. If you don't have a place to play, guys, FOREBROS Tour, never golf alone again, guys. You don't have a home, hit up FOREBROS Tour. You can go to nothingisob.com. There's a tab. You can click on it that says FOREBROS Tour. It'll take you to our unknown golf page. It'll take you to our Facebook page. You can find out more. Hey, guys, never golf alone again, guys.
Man, I'm so thankful for this group, bro. And I'm not saying it just to say it, like, for real. Maya, me and Maya, we talk a lot in our groups. You know, we fuck around a lot. We bullshit. We insult each other. We're brothers, right? We fight with each other. But at the end of the day, we've had these serious conversations, bro. And he was just saying, like, how this because it's mainly ex-veterans. That's why we get, like, hookups, right? Because a lot of these guys, they come back and you know, some of them, they're alone. They're sitting alone today, and they're probably, you know, reminiscing about the shit they had to go through, the people they lost when they were at war. And some people can't cope with that. And, you know, getting out to golf is cool, but you never have to golf alone. And that's why he did it. And he was telling us that story about that veteran that was outside the VA and committed suicide in the parking lot, bro, because he was going through it. And that's why Maya's like, you know what, I'm an ex-vet. And there's a couple of them in here. And it's just good to come and hang around, play some golf. Even if you win or don't win, you're hanging around a bunch of cool guys. I'm glad to say that, you know, every group I've played with, there's always one guy that's a fucking dickhead, one guy that's a fucking asshole you can't stand, one guy that's a fucking cheater,
31 flavors.
Baskin Robbins. And I'm glad to say, like, we have our own characters within FOREBROS, but you can actually sit down and bullshit with everybody there. You can talk to them. You can get a vibe with them. You can feel what they're going through. And you actually develop different friendships. We all come from different ways of life, but we all have that one thing in common.
We vacationed with each other.
We vacationed
with each other. Played in other states.
Best courses.
Yes,
man.
Yes, bro. Yes.
Family's your family. Your family's my family.
Bro,
our kids are friends.
Yes,
and I think we gained a bond. You know, we're bonding.
And it is. And you're right. You said it. Hey, we know that we don't bet with that guy because he's a cheater. You know, he's a baller. He's a sandbagger. He always finds his ball. You know what? Oh, like he'll crack in the pressure.
Jake, if you're out there, Jake Ramirez, we forgive you. Come on back home, baby. We forgive you.
That's right. Hey, that's right, baby. Right here. A couple comments right here. Isaac Camadillo. Me and my dad are thankful Leo found this group. Brothers for life. Amen, my boy. Bust off Camadillo. Hey, we coming for it this weekend, baby. My partner. Leo the Gimme.
There we go.
All right, Leo. So you've talked about your favorite. Who's your sleeper?
Like I said, it'd probably be Ludwig.
Ludwig. I would love to see it, bro. He's a beast.
He's a monster, bro.
I would love to see.
He crushes the fucking ball, bro, and he does it without ease. He hit that ball on 17 at TPC. The club head fucking flew off, and he still drove the green. He put it like 6 feet for fucking eagle. I mean, who in their right mind would be able to do that? Club head completely flew off, and all these guys get their clubs, you know, fixed and done right before the tournament. So it's a brand new club fitting. It's a brand new driver head. It's a brand new shaft, everything. So
they're dialed in.
They're dialed in, bro. They get custom club fit. They go to the van, they get their shit. I want this one. They put it, their weight, their measurement. They do swing training with it. They go through the whole fucking, it's not like us. We don't even clean our clubs. We show up and we're teeing off on T1. No, these motherfuckers have guys that are cleaning their grips, giving them brand new balls. I mean, they go through it, and this guy is just a fucking freak of nature, bro. And he really is a good golfer. He's placed in the Masters, and he did it at a young age. I know he hasn't won one, but he's there every time. I mean, he's putting up numbers. He's fighting with the best of them. You're competing with the best of the world. You came out of nowhere. You're just 1 or 2 strokes away from really making a difference in each round, bro.
So all right, I see your point there. Ludwig, great sleeper, right? And I would love to see Bryson win. I would love to see Bryson win. I would love to see him win. I think it would be great. It would be great for the game of golf, bringing that live PGA Tour, bringing it a little bit closer together. So I'm going to say that's my pick. That's my top. That's my top dog.
Who's your sleeper?
There. My sleeper, and Charlie said it on here. I'm going to see if I can bring it up here. I don't know. Hopefully I can bring it up here. If I can't get to it, Charlie Garay said it on here. JT. You know,
I don't really like JT, bro. So
you know what? I'm just saying I can be a JT fan. I was a JT fan at the President's Cup when they were there in Australia, and Tiger was the captain. I like him and Tiger playing together.
Yeah,
I love me some me. You know what? And I love that.
He is fucking coming back. I mean, he's coming back.
I want to see him because he's from that group of golfers that Jordan, Ricky. You know what? I want to see those guys because those guys are not the young guys anymore. You know what?
Jordan, Spieth, and him, and all those guys that first came in. They're
dads now.
They went from the little homie to the big bro. You know, they're in the big bro stage now. You know,
they're dads now right here. Yeah. Joe Tejeda right here. JT has been solid right there. He could pull it off. So that's my sleeper right there. And John Tejeda right here. Great comment. Hands down, some of the best dudes I've met are here in this group.
Tell him who won in arm wrestle, John.
Dude, Leo, but you're strong, bro.
John Tejeda works out every day. He bench presses 345.
But you know what? He's all fluff. He's all about. It's all for looks, all for show.
We're gonna settle this over Ojos Locos.
No, okay. Right here, last comment. Mike Ayala, I put 200 on Ludwig a month ago. Hope he wins it. Oh my gosh.
Pana, 50-50.
All right, Leo, do you have any shout outs as we close out tonight, brother? Do you have any
shout outs? Shout outs to all my friends that tuned in. I posted on Facebook to come follow us. Shout outs to all my four bros. I love all of y'all. Shout outs to all the people that qualified to play this weekend. Good luck. Go out there, give them hell. Let them know why we're the fucking group to be. Shout out to all the new members. Welcome home. You found a place with us. I hope you guys can kick it with us. Get to know us. My boy, Dave Davila. Dave Davila came in clutch. My AC went out last night.
He's the man, bro. He's the man.
He sent a guy over today. I mean, in 24 hours, guy came over here, which is hard, bro, because it's already fucking hot. They have so many calls. He got somebody to clear their schedule, you know, make a window for me. Come over here.
He's the man. He's the man.
Dave Davila. He came in clutch, man. I mean, what's our boy's name? Kobiega, Paul?
Yeah, Paul Kobiega.
Paul, yeah. He always looks up with Voda. I mean, we got a good group of guys, Andy, that everybody will hook you up with something. Everybody's, you know, they won't charge you. They're going to try and help you. They're going to do what they can. That's the good thing about it, you know. And I'm like that too. If I can help you with, if you need pest control, I'll give you the cheapest pest control you can find, the best deal.
I'm still waiting, Cabron. I got a lot of moscas out here. I'm still waiting, Cabron.
I don't push it. I don't want to push nothing on there. I don't even tell nobody because I'm literally here not even to win money. I'm here just to fucking hang out with my bros because I stay home. I don't fuck
and get a sampler from Twin Peaks.
Hey, keep it low, baby. My no, man, I come over here to have a good time, bro. Just play golf and like-minded people. And shout out to Nothing Is OB. You're doing big things, Andy. You're making a move. Congratulations to you, brother. You are now the AD of what is the Holy Cross?
Holy Spirit, bro. Holy Spirit.
The Mexican Illuminati gang. Hey, we're gonna have big favors to ask from you.
Big favors.
My buddy MGP got some favors to ask, bro. So
hey, because you know that's where his kids go, right?
Why do you think I said it, bro? Hey, I already had conversations with him.
Oh, damn! Hey, bro.
Brother.
Hey,
you're my brother. He's my brother.
I know, bro. Hey, bro.
That's brother.
Let's brother.
We're tied up.
Right here, bro. Okay. I'm gonna post this picture right here. My shout out goes to this young lady graduating from Holmes High School. Her name is Mia Arroyo. She is going to be continuing her golf career out at Columbus State.
Awesome.
She was just awarded the 10K Blackbird Golf Scholarship, bro, for 10K. And I'm really happy for this young lady. The mom, when she got the call, she burst into tears, bro, because this is really going to help her. And I'm really thankful to a buddy of ours, DeMonte.
Shout out to DeMonte. DeMonte doing big things, brother.
And I'm very thankful because you know what, bro? I played zero part in this. DeMonte called me out of the blue. He said, "Hey, man, I'm looking for." It's like we've given the scholarship the past 2 years to 2 male recipients that are continuing golf at the next level. We're looking for a female recipient this year to give away the scholarship to somebody who's a senior golfer, continuing to play golf at the next level, and obviously good character, doing good things in the community, and that could be potentially the right recipient. I said, who did I have on the show last week? Ali Trevino. I said, Ali, I need your help. You coach in the high schools, you coach junior golf. Can you give me a name? She had a few other names for me, but this is one that I passed along to DeMonte. And bro, within several days, this young lady was awarded. And I said, so that just tells you about this young lady, about her family. And I'm super thankful for Ali and thankful to DeMonte. And congratulations, Mia Arroyo, senior, graduating from Holmes High School. Congratulations, young lady.
Congratulations. Hey, Andy, this goes back. I know you're going to end the show, but look how beautiful the networking is. You had Ali on the show. You know DeMonte from Blackbird Golf. All y'all put it together, and because of that, that young girl received the blessing, and that's a beautiful thing, man.
It is, bro. It's awesome. And you know what? It's all from golf, baby. Hey, man, Leo, I'm going to go ahead and sign you off right here, brother. Thank you so much for being on, brother. I love you, and I appreciate you. Go for it.
John Tejeda told me that you kicked me out. I'm not the official brand ambassador model for.
I said you are a model.
Okay.
I never said you are the only model.
Yeah.
Okay. He wanted the picture, and I said, "Bro, you're wearing my apparel. It's my camera. You're gonna get the picture when I post it, like everybody else will get."
Exactly. Yeah.
Hey, he was trying to strong arm me, Leo.
Bring him over here, bro. Bring his ass over here.
My brother.
About the choke, bro.
Hey, put him to sleep, baby. Thank you, Leo. That's VP FOREBROS Tour. Thank you so much, brother. I love you and I appreciate you, brother.
Shout out to the Godfather. We'll see y'all later.
Right here, dude. Got some great comments right here. John Tejeda, shout out to all the Ojos Locos girls for holding us down after the rounds. Oh man, we have a good time on the show, man. We're really thankful for coming from the Texas Chancla studio. Make sure you hit up our guy, JesseHernandezLaw.com. I'm thankful for this relationship. He's a golfer, a hat golfer, living his best golf life, traveling the United States, playing some of the best courses. Make sure you hit him up, guys. He is that lawyer. He will get you out of those binds, give you any insight, and you can get your free tips just by following him on Texas Chancla on TikTok right here, guys. And also, we want to thank our presenting sponsor of Maximum Demolition and Dismantling. Owner-operator Lee Ramos. This is a family-run, Southside-owned, Southside-operated business. He gives back to the community. He loves his community. He loves what he does, and he's out there trying to help people and do a quality job. Family-owned and operated business. Maximum Demolition and Dismantling. Make sure you hit him up at MaximumDemo.com. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Remember, in the game of life, nothing is OB.